ICL, Industrial Products America Incorporated, Gallup Police Ferry Plant, recruits, hires, upgrades, trains, and promotes without regard to race, color, religion, sex, national origin, age, and persons with disability or status as a disabled veteran or a veteran of the Vietnam era. Welcome to the ICL Industrial Products America Incorporated in Gallup Police Ferry, West Virginia. To make your stay here as safe as possible, we have prepared this short safety video for you. It covers the steps you must take to protect yourself while in our facilities. If you are here for a pickup or delivery, you must check in with the security guard at the main gate. Visitors and contractors must present 2 forms of identification, and in turn, you will receive a visitor or contractor badge. You will be required to wear and use the badge to enter and exit the facility. Once you have completed this safety orientation, the appropriate individual you wish to speak to will be contacted for you. Visitors or contractors are not allowed entry without an escort. You must also check out with security prior to leaving the plant. Please return the ID badge and personal protective equipment if you've used it before leaving. If you arrive under the influence of drugs or alcohol, you will not be allowed on company premises. You must also surrender all explosives, firearms, drugs, and alcohol that you may have in your possession. Cameras and cellular phones are not to be used in the process areas without express permission. These items are not permitted in the plant. If this is your first visit to the plant, you will be required to view this video. Then you will be given a safety indoctrination card, certifying you have seen this orientation program, which is good for 1 year. Sign this card and keep it for your next visit. Specifically, this video will cover hazardous materials on site, preparing to enter the plant, wearing appropriate clothing, operating vehicles in the plant, requirements before starting work, and alarms and emergency procedures. There are 7 important buildings and areas you should know. You are here in the traffic lobby of the administration building, located on the east side of the plant, along with the laboratory, maintenance shop, storeroom, and shipping departments. Just to the west is the Area 1 and 2 process units. To the northwest is the semi-works, and to the southwest is the Area 3 process unit. Today, nearly 1,000 different chemicals are used or handled here. Some of them are potentially dangerous. Because of the presence of these chemicals, eating, drinking, smoking, and the use of cellular phones are prohibited in manufacturing, shop, and work areas. Designated areas for these activities will be provided. For your own protection, ICL has established certain standards of dress. The appropriate standards are OSHA-approved hard hats, safety glasses with side shields, shirts with sleeves, and proper shoes. There will be no unbound long hair, dangling jewelry, contact lenses, or loose clothing. Rings can make a minor hand injury much worse and can even lead to amputation. ICL recommends that you do not wear rings in the process units, labs, maintenance shops, and warehouses, or where this hazard may exist. Visitors are not required to wear safety shoes while visiting the plant. Conventional leather shoes or the equivalent in good repair with closed toes and heels are the minimum requirements for plant footwear. No bare feet, sandals, or high heels are allowed, and safety shoes are recommended for anyone entering the plant to perform work. In certain areas of the plant, safety equipment is required. As an example, hearing protection must be worn in areas that are posted, and FR, or flame-resistant clothing, must be worn when working around or passing by electrical energy sources. These items will be recommended by your escort. All vehicles must be in good working order. ICL accepts no responsibility for damage to or theft from vehicles in the plant. Additionally, all vehicles must have a current license plate. Drivers must also have a valid driver's license and proof of liability insurance. West Virginia traffic rules prevail within the plant. The maximum speed is 15 miles per hour unless otherwise designated. All occupants of passenger vehicles, pickups, and trucks must wear seat belts. Occupants of pickups and trucks shall be seated within the bed or on built-in seats. Do not sit on the truck bed or lean against the tailgate. Park only in the designated areas. Do not block firefighting equipment, roads, or driveways where passage or emergency vehicles would be impeded. As you walk or drive through the plant, be sure to notice the emergency assembly areas and the safety showers and eye wash stations. Also, periodically check the windsocks for wind direction. Remember that smoking is prohibited throughout the site except in designated smoking areas. This rule is strictly enforced. If there is an emergency, the main plant alarm will be sounded. The main plant alarm can be sounded from any plant telephone by dialing 321. These numbers are listed on the reverse side of your visitor or contractor badge. This is the main plant alarm. Listen to it carefully. If you are making a delivery and have your vehicle inside the plant or staged in the lower lot when the alarm sounds, you must stop your vehicle completely and return back to the lobby for a head count. The main plant alarm is tested on the last Friday of the month at around 12 o'clock. If you are alone on the site when the alarm sounds, find the wind direction by locating a windsock or by a steam plume. Depending on the wind direction and the origin of the emergency, you will move crosswind to the primary assembly area in the traffic lobby at the administration building. Or if this route isn't accessible, use the secondary assembly area on the west side of the plant by the emergency shed 2. In either case, you must check in with an ICL employee for head count purposes. You will find all the information in the Gallipolis Ferry Plant Emergency Summary that you will get at the end of this orientation program. Read the summary and familiarize yourself with the information while waiting for your host. In an emergency, always follow the instructions of ICL employees. In all probability, you will never encounter an emergency situation while at our plant, but our policy is to be prepared. We at ICL are constantly striving for the safest, healthiest working environment possible. We know you'll help us reach that goal.